With the beautiful Puget Sound just to our west, you get a look inside CenturyLink Field here in Seattle. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Oklahoma City Bison and the Seattle Seahawks. Fall is in the air, and the NFL season is in full swing, and we're underway here in Week 4. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. So step off the 5 yards.
Yeah, partner, you know, defensive end, he wants to get into the offensive backfield. He wants that get off to be as fast as possible. A little too quick on that one.
So this helps to start a drive. After the penalty, it'll be 1st and 5.
Ohio!
They'll run it now out of the gun. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Yeah, baby, that's what I'm talking about. All day. All day.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Hey, tight end's right. Watch tight end.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off around the 37. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. And the defense could not have written a much better script than that first drive, pick 6.
The offense never got a chance to really get oiled up there, did they? But the defense, they certainly got in gear. What a big-time play and a great way for them to start.
And now the offense, they've got to turn things around and figure this out because your backs are on the ground real quickly.
Yeah, usually when you're starting the game, getting the ball, 0-0 is the only score you're worried about. Now the second time you get it, you're already down a touchdown.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Seattle offense now set to come back out on the field. After the pick 6, they go right back to the air. Rolling to his right. The attempt on the dive, and he has it. What a catch. First play of the drive going for 14 and a 1st down.
I know retirement ceremonies, a rocking chair is often one of the major gifts. But don't give this guy one just yet. He may be plus 30, but my goodness, how about that effort?
Yeah, he's not that old. Hey, I'm on the wrong side of 32.
You okay? You feeling all right?
I'll be all right.
Okay,
I
good.
just need some chocolate in the box of And they've got it well across midfield, down to the 40 before it's all said and done. A good pickup there, 22. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Hey. 4 down.
Back to throw now on first down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So, as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. You know what else you're looking for? Who are the freshest guys coming off the last game?
And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. Davante Adams, his second touchdown on the season. And the Seahawks just an extra point away from tying this thing up. Now Matt Prater for the point after. Extra point good by Prater. And we are tied at 7. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And that's off the mark, incomplete.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
2nd and 10 now from the 27.
Watch it now, Barney. Here we go now.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And room to run as he's out past the 35-yard line. Pretty good running there, 9 yards. Sets up a 3rd and 1.
I know the toss play begins with the guy taking the snap and turn around and tossing it to the runner. But where the real intrigue is, can they seal the edge? Whether it's an offensive tackle or a tight end in the direction they want to run the football. If they do that, that's the result that you get, that type of a gain. If they don't, oftentimes it's not a very successful play.
Now let's go. Green 39. Green 39.
Now they'll run it on the toss. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down. So opening drive, 3 straight runs, unable to pick up the first.
I know the fans want to see first downs, but guess what? The coaches have reasons for what they're doing. Sometimes they've scripted it, and some of these runs, while they haven't been successful now, they may be successful later on.
And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin them back. And the Seahawks get ready to trot out on the field. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. Solid coverage on the play by Devondre Campbell.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Again from the 20 after the incompletion. Here's 2nd and 10.
Tight end's right. Watch tight. Tight end's right.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And this time he's got the hookup. It's complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A good pickup there, 26 yards. This quarterback now already over 100 yards passing in just this first quarter. It's 1st and 10. They'll set up a throw. Over the middle, that's caught by Adams. And he'll get it out to midfield. They'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
Flex round! Flex round! 4 down!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a 3rd and about 4 for a first. Now with the play clock down to 2, we're going to get a timeout here. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Down at the 41. It's the first time that they've looked his way tonight, and he comes up with a first down on the play. Two first downs have him up to the 41 now for 1st and 10. Now a play fake here on 1st down. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. And their inaugural sack of the game coming from an unlikely source.
You mean it wasn't a linebacker? It wasn't a defensive end?
It was somebody like you.
Oh, my goodness. Yeah, that's a surprise for the offense. That's not what they normally get when they think about pressure.
Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down. Seventh play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. Look to throw here. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
So on is Matt Prater now to try a field goal here. On the right hash, officially this will be a 51-yard attempt. And before this 4th and 3 play, we're going to get whistles and a timeout. So as they take it over, we step aside. Would have been a decently long field goal, 51 yards from here, but instead they're going to go for it.
Flex round! Flex round! Flex round! Flex round!
the shotgun. He'll look to throw. And he comes back with one complete. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. They'll set up to throw. That's going to be caught. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. A very solid gain of 27.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball in the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Power on power, but he's not going to get in. Call it no gain, and it's going to be 2nd and goal.
Smash mouth football right here on 1st down. Give it to your fullback, let him bull his way in. But the defense said, and they stone him into line of scrimmage.
Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal.
Ohio!
He'll look to throw. And he's going to score. It's a Seahawk touchdown. It's their quarterback with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Seahawks are able to strike for 6. Prater for the extra point. And that makes the score 14-7. Here's Prater now set to kick it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. And now back out comes the offense. And hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win 1st down. You win 2nd down. And guess what? You start accumulating 1st downs. And that's what they need.
And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down. Frank Clark in there to bring him down for a loss of 7. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 11, he goes down. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
Partner, you mind if I take off this headset and put on a coaching headset?
You want to get this running game going?
I want to get this running game going. I'm going down there and saying, gentlemen, we have got to run the football. We've got to get it going right now.
Yeah, to this point in the second quarter, it has been a struggle. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's going to let this one go deep. And got his man complete. And touchdown. A big play there. 89 yards. And his guys are an extra point away from tying this thing up. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions, and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. That's fielded in the end zone. take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. And Seattle now ready to march out of the field. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match than a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
So this has been a lot like a tennis match, hasn't it? Back and forth. Both of these offenses having their way so far. So maybe the question isn't who's going to score the most points in this game. Maybe it's who's going to get some stops.
Yeah, absolutely. And that sack, finally a first step in the right direction for a stop. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at about the 31. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line.
And that's now the second time he's picked off a pass here in the first half alone. Again, another great read defensively. And you just see him get in the right position to make the play and get his guys the football back.
Back to throw here. Looking for the end zone. And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, second down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28.
Watch him now, Barney!
Now they're running on the toss. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down.
When I watch plays like that, I give a lot of thanks that my DNA did not make me an offensive tackle, because that is a very difficult job to hold your block against a really good defensive end and hang on to it so your runner can get to the edge and do it without holding. I don't know that that's really possible for very many people.
They're going to look to throw. And he finds a man with a crossing route. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. So in the second quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So he got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
This will be their first trip to the red zone. They've got it 1st and goal to go. And on the ground they go with a running back. And a short pickup there down to about the 9. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them, put the pressure on them.
They give it to him running left. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
On goal-to-goal runs, when you create lost yardage plays, the only way that happens is either called pressure or what I like to call straight-ahead pursuit. A great read, and they get to the backfield and make the play.
And that was a big chunk of yardage lost. So 2 minutes to go in a wild first half. Back to CenturyLink Field after this. This stadium once registered as the loudest roar ever recorded, and you can hear him now. 3rd and goal.
Lucky 56. Set. Blue 90. Blue 90. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Watch him now, Barney. Barney.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off down at the 2. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, they thought they were going to break the tie. The defense had other plans. They were already in field goal range. But boom, an interception.
I don't know if this was a case of being a little bit too greedy with the opportunity to put points on the board, but give credit to the guys on the defensive side. Hung in there, battled, and made a key play.
And he's able to get this across the 10 before being taken down. They needed some breathing room. He gave it to him. 11 yards and a first down.
I know a lot of times we like to put players in certain boxes. He does this and he does that. But this guy, he can do a little bit of everything. He's not just a lead blocker or a guy who protects the passer. Handing the ball, he might want to get out of the way.
Ohio!
They'll look to throw here on first down. He drops it off for Bernard. And he'll be about a full yard shy of the 20 at the 19-yard line. Give him 6 on the play, and it's a second down. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up?
And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off at the 46. And he'll actually lose 6 yards on the return, but I don't think they care. They've got the football back. So a good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10.
Lucky 56.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
I know there'll be a little bit of criticism there because they went right back to the air after the huge pickup and ended up getting sacked. That's often a play that you make. You feel like you've got momentum on your side.
Unfortunately, the O-line failed to hold up to try to keep that momentum going. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. Back to throw. He's going to rifle one deep left side. A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Brian Poole. And these guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. That late in the clock, second quarter, why not just run it a time or two and get it into the locker room?
What you're saying makes absolutely perfect sense. Run it and get out of there. But I'm just wondering if the pressure of today's NFL and the high-powered offenses that you're facing may have forced them into saying, let's try and get some more points.
Detroit!
And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. He'll buy some time right. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10.
Gun!
Here's Bernard. And he'll take this one up close to the 25-yard line. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down. So we've hit halftime all even at 14 apiece. As we send you cross-country to Orlando, Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports Halftime Report. The party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. Fielded about a yard deep. So here they come, the road team now getting the football first to start this third quarter. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Gotta wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You got everything going your way. You've probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Check.
Watch him now, Barney.
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And not too much going there as he'll get it up to the 23-yard line. Darian Conley, the one to bring him down.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
The offense on third down tonight, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 11.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
He'll look to throw. He's going to air one out. And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off by Brian Poole. And he'll get it all the way down inside the 35-yard line. Parker, the intended target. That is now 7 interceptions between last week and this week. 3 in this game, 4 a week ago.
And I saw the head coach write on his play sheet, make a little note. I hope he's writing self-scout. Bring in the guys that scout games for you with a different eye and watch him and see what's going on, and maybe they can pick up what the flaws are and hopefully they can correct them.
And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
We got 4.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. So they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he gets this down to the 18, good enough for a 1st down. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
Watch him now, Barney.
They go play action here on 1st down. Sliding out of the pocket. And it'll be intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, I get what he was trying to do. He was moving to his right and trying to shift the coverage, but instead he shifted the coverage also to the right and threw right into it for an interception.
Now let's go. 319. 319.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards. From up near the 40 now after the big play to start. Here's another 1st and 10. first down. He'll drop to throw. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And this is caught at the 20. And all the way in for the touchdown. A big play there. His second touchdown of the night. And his guys are going to take the lead.
I know we often laugh, and sometimes we even exalt the guys who are great trash talkers and give us some really funny lines. But the bottom line is absolute production on the field. His second touchdown of the game, and they lead.
And now they'll be looking to their defense to preserve that lead. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And out now come the Seahawks. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, oh, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, and what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down. This quarterback now 3 out of 5 since taking over as he's given his guys a first down. Then drop to throw. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. Devontae Adams, the intended receiver. That'll bring up second down.
Very difficult night for the guys on offense. They've got to be looking at each other in the huddle and on the sidelines. How are we going to find some open space to complete a pass and find open room to run? This defense all night long has squeezed down the passing lanes, made plays on the football. It's really been a thing of beauty for them. He's got to figure.
And he'll be hit from behind and taken down.
I think you saw the same thing that I did there, partner. Remember, he's their backup quarterback, so the last thing they need is to lose another one right here on the sack. Looks like he's going to be okay, though.
Yeah, he looked like he was favoring something in the left leg. Appears to be fine now, but you're right. That O-line, they got to protect it.
Hey, you're on an island over there. You're on an island. Take 4, take 4. Here we go.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They'll look to throw. And this is going to be incomplete.
Let's give some credit to the defensive guys on that play. Able to bat that one away. Sure looked like they were trying to hit the corner route.
The Seahawks send out their punter as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. This is taken at the 23. A 46-yard punt, 8 yards on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. So out now comes the offense back onto the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Now they go screen. It's complete. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk at a 45. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
And they'll go on the ground. And he's up across midfield and down into Seattle territory. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Back now in Seattle, Washington, as it looks like we are just about set and ready to begin with the fourth. been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And they're going to face a third down. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Looking deep downfield. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Matthias Farley. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The drive starts with a handoff to Bernard. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
Really shouldn't be a surprise. It's going to be hard to move people in this situation. You know they're going to bring the pressure defensively. Because I remember playing in these spots, and my coaches always say, don't be afraid to try and create a safety, too. They're going to bring pressure.
Back 99 Philly, here we go.
48 for Mike.
Leopard!
Back to throw now in his own end zone. And the hit jarred loose. It's incomplete.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And he's got the completion to Hopkins. And they work this out past the 25. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll check on his status when we get back. This quarterback now, a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. Looking to throw. He's got a man wide open, complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10.
4 down.
He'll drop to throw. To the sideline, and wow, what a catch there. He doesn't get a lot, but he was able to get the feet down complete. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Now back to throw. And he will be hit from behind and run over. Wow.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
The Seahawks on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 11.
4 down. Check.
Gun!
They'll set up a throw. Eluding the pressure right. Now he's going to throw it back deep over the middle. And they almost had another one. They are all over the football in this game. Nearly another pick. Now 4th down. The Seahawks send out their punter as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. Now this offense about ready to take over again. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a one-score game. And you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays. But it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those...
And that's caught inside the 30. And a huge play that time. And even 60 yards. The last drive he threw the pick, but he's not shy. He's going downfield again there.
And you can't be, because if you back off after throwing an interception, your whole game plan just goes right out the window, and it makes things easier for a defense. And you and I both know there's a quarterback in this league that's any good that doesn't throw an interception occasionally, and they usually bounce back in a big way. I've seen guys throw 5 and still find a way to win the game in the end.
It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably run this all the way before snapping it on second down. And they'll go with a ground attack here. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. 5 yards on the carry there, and it leaves him with third and about 6 yards to go.
All right, that's a decent gain there, but it hasn't been his best game overall. So I wonder what the mindset is of his team. Do they want him to handle the football and try and close this game out? Or are they going to make an alternative plan and maybe go in a different direction?
I think they need him, and this is his time to shine. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down.
We got three, fellas. We got three.
And they'll go ground game here, the tailback. And he's going to be taken down right at the line. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a fourth down.
On that play, it was the defensive front that won the battle. They out-leveraged the offensive line, got into the backfield, and held him to no gain.
And Tucker's kick right there. It's good. And that will push the lead up to double digits now at 10. A big one there. That gives him a little cushion and makes it a 2-score game.
Yeah, bled a little time off the clock, put some points on the board. It's not totally out of reach yet, but it has to feel pretty good to them right now because as a defender, you go out on the field and say, guess what? You can put some points on the board, but that won't beat us.
And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Seattle now ready to march out of the field. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, we got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
Underneath, this is Bernard. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. Time for a break. We're back to finish this one off after this. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's second and a yard from the 34. They'll look to throw here. And he will find his man on the end route. Complete. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line.
All right, now, look at 56.
5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue. Over the middle, it's caught by Taylor. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. They'll set up to throw. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a first down again. This quarterback now 10 of 16 throwing the football. It's 1st and 10.
53's the mic. 53. Check.
Gun, gun! Gun, gun!
He'll look to throw. Dancing to his left. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple. Clock running, and the Seahawks, they're running too, trying to speed up to the line of scrimmage. And before this 2nd down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game.
All right, here we go. Green 39. Green 39. Over, 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 over.
On play action, they'll throw. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. And the 3rd down pass falls incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. And Prater's kick is on the money. It's good. And this is back down to a 7-point game. 25 seconds to go. A must recover if they're going to have any chance. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Rolling to his right. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, we always talk about how you've got to be quick when you go through your progressions, and here's another prime example. Trying to look downfield, he was standing in the pocket, but just couldn't find anyone open, could he?
No, not enough time. They hit him and forced that incompletion. And they'll run it here. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. Call it about a gain of 3, and they'll be looking at a 3rd and 7 coming up. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here, as he'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game. The offense on 3rd down tonight, lacking much success. Just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd and 7. Going for the deep ball. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock.
There's definitely contact there, but it's the 4th quarter of a kind of tight game, and sometimes the officials just say, let them play. Kind of like your mom used to, you and your brothers, just take the broom to you and send you out to the backyard and tell you to settle yourselves.
I like that, yeah. There was contact. I don't know, like you said, enough to warrant the flag. It was close, though. And here's a big one now. Try to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
Gun! Set! Blue 90! Blue 90! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
And the play clock is going to run out here. They're in no hurry to get a play off. So that'll back them up 5. Now look at this, 4th and 12, and they're going to line up to go for it.
Detroit! Detroit! Set! 319! 319! Gun! 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 Detroit! Detroit! Hot!
Going deep here for Parker. And no, it's incomplete.